I'm Sid, and I'm an alcoholic. Well, addiction really affects all parts of your life. Everything that I experienced in life was undermined by my drinking during the years that I drank. My relationships, my work, my ability to, experience anything of positive. Really, I had the false positive of alcohol. And but I think what's marks this disease is that it's biological, it's psychological, it's social, it's spiritual. It's every part of your being is affected, and the real the real insidious nature of it is that you don't know you have it. You think everything is great for until you start to really go downhill, and even then, you think it's everything but alcohol. I can't understand how they can ethically justify that when, well, like I said, alcoholism or addiction is a complex disease, and to make animals suffer just to uh, treat it as if it's a brain disorder only is I can't imagine anything more unethical and also more scientifically. I think flawed because it's a whole person disease, and there's so many things that can be done now, especially, but for a long time you can do things and looking at how it affects the brain, the neurotransmitters, and there is that factor that affects craving. It's a part of addiction. I can't imagine how it could be because I found by experience and also by learning about addiction that it's a more complex disease than just dealing with the brain and dealing with the biological part of it. It's a whole person disease. Your brain, biology, your whole body, your mind, your social life, your spirit, and that's why you call it a biopsychosocial disease. And there's no way that you can deal with something that complex just by slicing brain tissue, and certainly not subjecting innocent animals to suffering. Even if it were beneficial, there's other ways to do it, and there's nothing ethically that can really justify that. And I certainly haven't benefited from that. And my recovery really has been through changing my life, and that's helped change my brain more than any chemicals or any physical intervention could do. Now, I recognize that there are benefits to some of the anti-craving pharmaceuticals and drugs that have helped some people, especially, I think, some of the heroin and meth addicts. But that work can be done to test that kind of intervention without harming animals with brain imaging and also relating it to the other parts of recovery. It's just treating it isolated along is the worst kind of science. Find something else to do to use your expertise. I mean, there's all kinds of work that can be done to explore what addiction, what causes addiction. It's a very complex disease. I mean, there's some wonderful studies that are going on all over the country that don't use animals and that are actually finding solutions, to addiction. And so, if you're a scientist, there's all kinds of things you can do without having to subject animals to suffering. So, by all means, practice science, but practice it ethically. My name is Sid. I'm an alcoholic, and don't cause pain in my name.